Italian food there is. Okay, without further ado, let's do it. Okay, let's start with adding 25 grams of yeast into 600 milliliters of warm water. Okay, then add 25 grams of salt. Sprinkle that in. Good, give that a whisk. And put it in our stand mixer bowl. Okay, after putting our yeast mixture in our stand mixer, we're going to add 00 flour. Okay, I can't stress this enough. You must use 00 high protein flour. The pizzas will not be the same. You won't be able to stretch the dough if you don't use this specific brand and type of flour. Type 00. Okay, let's start adding this bit by bit. Okay, little bit. It's fine if it's lumpy at the start. It just will be lumpy unless you mix it for a fair while. Okay, let's add a bit more. Right now my mix is on about 3, so like medium low. We'll get up to about 6 once we form a dough. Okay, add a bit more. Add a bit more. And just keep adding until all the flour is combined. The reason we add it slowly is so when you cook the dough and stretch it out, you don't get these big lumps of flour. It's unlikely, but just in case. Okay, once your dough's fully combined, we'll just put some semolina. This is fine semolina. It's okay if the dough's shaggy. We're going to hand knead it right now anyway. So we have our olive oil. We'll knead this into the dough while we are kneading with our hands. So this is what the dough looks like. It's just, it's shaggy. It doesn't look very good, but once we knead it with our hands, so it's already got some stretchiness, so that's fine. But okay, so the kneading pattern that we'll need is to fold it towards you, twist the dough, stretch it out a little bit, fold it back towards you. So we're just going to be repeating this over and over again. The dough will start to get nice and soft and easier to move around in your hand. Okay, we'll add a little olive oil. This is just to moisten the dough up. We'll add all of that olive oil gradually. It just helps the dough stretch when we're making the actual pizzas. So keep using that same kneading strategy, folding in this oil bit by bit. Make sure to use extra virgin olive oil. I tried to use veggie oil once, and the pizzas did not turn out very well. Sort of like a pock-marked surface, and yeah, the dough just wasn't malleable and stretchy. But extra virgin olive oil is definitely the way to go. Okay, you can see the dough's sort of getting more stretchy, better consistency. It should be nice and warm. If the water was warm when you put the yeast in, and if you've been mixing it for a while, it should have mixed for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Doesn't matter too much, but it will get you a stronger tasting and more malleable dough. So I'll just keep kneading this for a while, adding in all this oil gradually. Yeah. Keep kneading. this technique. I haven't come up with a name, but you sort of put your fingers under the tip of the dough and you pull it towards you and sort of squeeze it. Sort of pulls the dough together. You might need some more semolina. Yeah, it just makes the dough, makes it easier for the dough to rise. Okay. Okay, after you've done all that, the dough should look like that. Not the prettiest, smoothest surface, but after we give it a rise, it will come. You might want to just put a little bit of olive oil on the top to make sure it doesn't get a skin. Skin means that it just pretty much just doesn't seal up on top. Okay, so put that back in the bowl there. You just want to grab a damp tea towel. Just lay it over the top. It doesn't need to be air sealed, like you don't need to put plastic wrap or anything underneath it. It needs air, but we don't want any flies or we don't want it to get a skin. So just slightly damp, and we just put this outside for 2 hours. Yeah, just up to 24 hours really. But once we make it into dough balls, maximum time you can let it rest is 2 hours, unless you put it in the fridge. Okay, let's let this rise. This is our dough after sitting for 2 hours. We didn't have time to do the 24 unfortunately, but the flavor difference isn't that much and you just get a bit of a better crust. Okay, so start by emptying it out. As you can see, it's very fluffy, like just pound it out. You need to just stretchy, fluffy. This is all perfect. This is what you want. You want stretchy and fluffy. That's what you want. There you go. So yeah, and warm. Stretchy, fluffy, warm. That's all you need. Okay, we'll divide this into 6 even-ish pieces. This is difficult, this part. So you grab a dough ball, it's fine. It looks bad right now. Knead it like you would normally knead, except, you know, it's tiny. And then we have to fold it over. We have to flatten it out, fold it over, like that. So we're holding it like that. Place it down on the flat side, like that, and then fold it over again. It's making a cushion. And then same thing, as at the start, you just pull towards you, let go, twist it, pull towards you, okay? Alright, so that's one dough ball done. Sweet, there you go, there's all your dough balls. It's currently 5 o'clock at my house right now. So I'm just going to leave these on the bench to rise for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Put some semolina on the bench, make sure they don't stick evenly apart. Cover them with a tea towel and they should be fine. They won't get a crust or anything, skin. Yeah, just leave them for 2 hours and then I'll show you how to make the pizza. Okay, time to unveil. 2 hours later, beautiful. It's exactly the size you want them, apart from this one. This one's a bit big. But this one right here, I'm going to be demonstrating on this one. Put 3 fingers there, 3 fingers there, and then just keep going around. Want as light, as fluffy as at the crust as possible. Okay, flip it over, move that. And once you get confident, you can start doing it a little faster. Go just to do it over the bench. We have a very stretchy dough. I mean, look at that. You can see through that. Okay. There we go. There's one more. Now we want the oven temp as high as it can go. So our oven's max is 240. Open the oven quickly and then just make sure it's loose. Slide it in. That is a very crusty pizza. So we'll just drizzle with some olive oil. A lot of oil, I know. Maybe put some fresh basil. But that's done. Cut it for you to see the inside. So, as you can see, the inside is very soft and fluffy. Very beautiful. So this was my take on Neapolitan pizza. I hope you guys liked it, and good night.